wanted to speak to you a little bit about implementation. As I was secretary, I thought that, having ideas is very good. I'm very good at having ideas. Every Monday I came with a new idea. My team was desperate because they had planned to do something else. But the challenge is, how do you make it happen? And implementation science, as my friend Michael Barber would say, is almost a science. Not a real science, but it is very important to make it happen. And as I think about my role in different capacities, especially in Rio as a subnational minister, I think that some issues would help implementation. Yes, having a good plan, a good organization of the timing of the implementation. You cannot do everything at once. But having the right allies, even if they were before enemies, as Andy says often, but you have to know who is with you and ensure that the ones that are not with you come on board. And so one thing that was vital for implementation of the transformation of the school system is to have the head teachers with us, because they are the leaders in each school. You cannot change a school system if you don't win their minds and hearts. They must feel that you're not robbing their autonomy, you are having them with you. So we decided to have moments of putting them together with us. Moments where it's just the head teachers and us. I mentioned before to some of you, about having the teachers on board. But the leaders are the head teachers. And if they build a community within their schools and you have the adherence of those principles to the plan, it's much easier. And to have them with you, it must be part of the plan if you are the head of a system. Or whatever you're doing in education, to have the leaders in the local areas with you. And it doesn't help to be always yelling and making sure that they know what they are doing wrong and to be punitive in the discussions. Feedbacks are very important. Normally in my country, in Brazil, that we don't provide feedback based on standardized tests, which is a disaster. Why not? We have to give them so that they understand their challenges, and they can even say to you, well, you're complaining about our math performance, but I needed a replacement for a math teacher, and you didn't give me. And you must be ready to hear that. So negotiation is central to plans. We cannot be technocrats. We have to have good science, but capacity to negotiate with people that will implement, because at the end of the day, it's them, it's not you from your office that is going to implement. So that was something that I learned. The other thing I learned is to hear the students. Yes, in a big school system, you have students that are very young. Some of them, they can have voice, but they won't give you the exact list of to-dos. But when you deal with pre-adolescents and teenagers overall, they will tell you. Especially if in the first meeting we created a board of students where the first meeting, one of them came with a list. I looked at what was written. It was written by an adult. I said, forget about that list. Tell me what should be changed in the system so that you can thrive. So it's not enough to talk to them about their dreams, what I said before to you, but it's important to see what would you like to see changed in our system. I plan to do this to transform education, but what do you suggest that we take into account? And they would say something that the headmasters sometimes won't dare to say. And they want discipline. It's not true that kids hate discipline as long as it has sense. Kids that are disturbing the school system are not, it is a cry for help, for support, but it's not what the other kids want. They want an organized ambience and a safe ambience. So that is another, so in implementation, it's not only about being good technically, it's about ensuring that it happens and negotiating to the top as well. So if you are a leader in a school system, talk to the mayor, talk to the governor, ensure, and challenge them as well. So one thing that I had to talk to my mayor is, okay, you are not letting me replace teachers in that school that doesn't have any math teacher. Would you put your kid, he had kids at school age, in a school that doesn't have any math teacher? Okay. He said, oh, you're very aggressive. I say, I have to be aggressive because what we are doing is to benefit the kids. And when somebody complains that there is no math teacher, they won't say bad things about me only. They are going to say that you are not providing teachers. So negotiation is important and dare to complain if needed. That's what I wanted to say.